you're dribbling and there's someone right next to you and he's running along with you, you have all the rights. You can move, take position on him, all right, just like this. All right, right up. I hope it's all that. Yes, good. We'll do that again. You're gonna cut it off. That's good. All right, when you're dribbling with the ball and you got a tight defender, he's on you tight, you want to be careful for that 5-second call. Because if I'm dribbling and he's within arm's length for 5 seconds, it's a turnover. So what you got to do to avoid that is you just fake like you're driving when you pull it out. And when I pull it out, that's breaking that distance right there. It's longer than this, so they're going to start a new 5-second call. All right, and you can do that all day. There's no reason somebody should play tough defense on you to get a 5-second. All right. Yeah, get tighter. See, that's 5 seconds. All right, that's good. All right, if you got a real tight defender and he's body to body with you, he's really putting pressure, overplaying on you, you got to create space. And the way to create space is, say if I get the ball right here and he gets up on me, one way you can do it is move your head. You can push him back with your head, actually. You got to be tough, and you can sling the ball, go any way you want. All right, so to show it again, we're going to body. All right, you get the ball, you bend over at your waist, and you move him out. If he's right up on me, like that, I can move him out and create this space right here. But if I'm standing up like this, he can keep on bodying me up, and eventually I'm way over here, and he's got control. You have to take control with the ball. You move him back with your head, do a crossover, or over the head crossover. You never go from here to here, because they'll steal the ball. You either go up above, or sweep low to the ground. All right, one thing, what you can do is when you drive baseline, you have a great advantage. We've already showed this, but when you drive baseline, they never call this foul. I mean, even though technically it could be a charge, but they never call it. You can jump into your man driving baseline. So we can jump into him. You want to back up just a little bit? Start right here. All right. So if I'm driving baseline, I can jump into my man. And this time just don't move. Just stand both feet straight. Like if you see him here, you can go into him, jump into him, 2 points. They won't call that foul, so don't expect them to for either one of you. They'll just let it keep playing. That's good. All right, next, we don't want to be dribbling so out of control that they're gonna take a charge on us. All right. So once you see that the defender, he looks like he's about to take a charge, like normally they'll put their hands down or they'll cover up. That moment, you know they're about to try to take a charge, so don't run into them. All right, and what you do is usually you'll have a lot of head of steam. You'll be going fast. You just got to jump sideways. So if I just beat my man right here, I got to jump sideways. All right. That's good. All right, another thing, he's going to try to take the charge. I beat my man. All right, when you're catching a long pass, a trick, a lot of people they'll wait for the ball and they'll be trying to catch it on the run. We don't do that. You got to go meet the ball. And the best place to meet it, just like a football receiver, you want to catch it at its highest point. All right, that's going to keep the other people from getting it. All right, so here's a pass right here. Go ahead. Go a little bit higher. There we go. Highest point. There we go. So don't go like this. Here you go. I got you. Okay, we'll let him pass it to me this time. All right, don't go like this. Try to run before you catch it. you got to go like this. All right. Highest point, then go. All right. All right. If I'm the offensive rebounder and I'm trying to get this rebound, and my opponent, the man I'm guarding, he's got inside position. So go ahead. Then you want to turn that way. What I do, like before, I try to box him out. I push him under the goal. All right. But say right before the ball hits the rim or is about to come to you, you really want to push him down with this arm on top. All right. So I want to sort of push him. And I already got this arm up. I don't have it down here. The reason being, if I get that ball, if I got my arm all the way on top already, I'm not going to get that over the back call. All right? So, you want to take a shot? So I'm going to box him out. See, my arm's on top, and I was ready. If that ball came to me, I could have got it without getting it over the back call. Let's do it again. It's another one. So I'm going to box him out, arm up. See, my arm's up, and if that ball came middle, then I would have been ready to grab it. All right? Oh. All right, playing defense, we're trying to put a lot of pressure on them. When they pick the ball up, there's a little trick, all right? And it's called heel to the ball. All right, what this is if he's dribbling, I put a lot of pressure on him. I'm trying to make him pick up his dribble. That's the goal of putting the pressure on him. All right? So if I get, all right. The moment he picks up his dribble, I want to put my hand, my heel to the ball. All right? So once he picks up the dribble, see how I put this arm? I put it to the ball, all right? And that's going to keep him, like, trying to get away. All right? And see, he couldn't do that crossover down low. He might be able to go up high. If he goes up high, I want to body him up even more, all right? And we're putting a lot of pressure, and a lot of teams try to do psychological pressure. They say, dead, 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 trying not to let him hear any of his teammates, get in his head, make him nervous, and make a turnover. All right, that's what we're trying to do. All right, let's see. All right, so pressure, pressure, pressure. Heel to the ball, heel to the ball, and then if he goes up, I'm going to get up on him. And I'm going to be moving my arms. All right, let's try to do that. All right. And if they're moving back and forth, we're going to keep our arms moving right along with them. They're not going to know. All right. So get on them. And see how he's sort of backing up like that? Once they back up, we inch up on them. All right. All right. By that time, he's going to have to throw a lob pass. We're going to be able to intercept it. We got to be ready, these people in the back, to intercept those passes. All right, if I'm playing defense, one of the main things is you got to know how far to stand away from your opponent. All right, I obviously can't be too far like this, because if he wants to shoot, I can't block him. I'll have to go up. All right, and I don't want to be too close because he can drive around me. All right? There's a way to gauge how. All right. The way you can do this is you got to gauge yourself, your distance from him. And that's easy as putting your hand out right here. If he can stand in triple threat, like right here, you're going to be ready to shoot. If I can't stop the ball, I'm not going to be able to stop him shooting. So I got to scoop myself in. So at least right here, I want my hand to be able to be right in front of his face. The reason being is because when you shoot, you got to bring it by your face. So if my hand is right here, we're going to stop the ball. So I want it to be right there. And if I'm too close, if I have to bend my arm to get in front of his face, that means I want to scoot back a little bit. Because if I'm too close, he can drive by me. All right? All right. Doing that again, just distancing ourselves. I want to be right here where I can block that shot if he shoots it, but I can still move back if he drives. And I want to have my hands active. This hand's stopping the dribble and the pass. This one's stopping the shot. So I've always, if he's left-handed, I'm going to put my right hand up, and I'm going to be stopping the dribble with my left and stopping the pass with my left. All right? And I've always got him moving. All right, if you can catch him off guard, like if he's not ready to drive by you, if he's not bent down, what you can do is you can crowd him, all right? So you want to just sort of stand with the ball like that. So say he's being lazy with the ball. I can surprise him by getting up on him, and I'm ball. If I get in this position right here, he can't drive around me because I got my legs on either side. All he can do is pass. We got a perfect trap, and when he's got it up there, you want to hold it up? You can block his eyes, right? He can't see to pass to. And when one of our teammates does this, that means everyone else reads the steal. You deny your man the ball. And what I mean, if the ball was you, I would deny you from passing the ball right here, all right? And let's say the camera has the ball, all right? And this is my man. To deny him, I'm gonna be right here. I don't want to be right up on him because he can get by me. I want to be almost halfway between the camera and my man, all right? And I'm going to have my hand in that passing lane, all right? So if he passes, I'll be able to block it down. And I have it loose. I don't have it out like this because it's hard to move like that. If you got it here, you can block it, all right? And I don't want to be too far because he can go back door, all right? So I've always got my eye on the ball and my defender. All right, so I'm right here. All right, playing defense, what you want to do is you want to drive your man who has the ball to either that corner or that corner. All right? And what we preferably want is to drive him with his weak hand. A lot of people are right-handed, so you want to push them to this left-handed side over here. All right, and the way you do that is I'm going to be playing defense, and to make him go that way, I'm just going to be right here. I'm not going to be all the way like this because he can drive, score a layup. I'm going to be angled where I'm right there. And I'm going to have my toe pointing right there. All right, so I'm going to, and if he goes, I'm pushing him to that corner right there. All right. That's good. All right, if I'm on help side defense, that means that the ball's over there. And this is my man. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. All right, so obviously I don't want to be right on him because the ball's over there. I need to be able to come and help in case the guy drives to the hoop. I got to go over there and take a charge. All right, so I'm right here. I'm on help side. A lot of offenses, they're going to take this guy and try to come through the paint, all right? We don't want to let him come through the paint like this. What we got to do is we got to make contact with him, all right? Just run half speed. So I'm going to come, and I'm going to make contact with him. That's going to ruin their whole offense, all right? So don't let him in the paint. Make contact, and then we're going to get the turnover. All right, say they got a 2-on-1 fast break. So there's two, I'm the last man back. All right, there's two things you're thinking. I'm thinking I want to get a charge or I want to steal the pass. All right? So what happens is he's dribbling the ball. I'm in the middle of the court. All right? I get down. This last second. All right? This last second, I decide, am I going to try to take a charge on him? And if I do that, I slide over, take a charge. All right? Or am I going to try to steal that pass? All right? And a lot of times you can read them. If you've been playing basketball, you can sort of read what they want to do. If they want to take it all the way to score, you're obviously going to try to take a charge on them. If you can tell they really want to pass it, you're going to try to block the pass. But the way you got to do this is you got to fake one to do the other. So if I want to take the charge, let's go ahead and start that. That's good right there. All right? I'm going to fake like I'm going for the steal in the last second. I'm going to take the charge. He runs into me, down to the ground. All right. Other side. All right. Now I can see that he really wants to pass the ball. I can just, it's instincts. All right, so he's coming. other way. So it's a game turner, momentum. All right, when you're shooting layups, there's a way to defend against the block shot. And all it is if he's coming, spot dribbling, all you got to do is when you're going up, it's called, you just keep your elbow between the ball and his nose, really. So if I'm coming up, I'm going to put my elbow right here. And that's, all right, and like we said, when you're going for a layup, that last step, when you lay it in, if you have your elbow right there, it's going to create space. And I'll be up in the air too. So I'll be up in the air, just keep your elbow in between the ball and him. And that's going to give you all the space you need to make a layup. All right, when I'm taking the ball down the court and I'm trying to set up our half-court offense, all right, I got my defender on me. All right. I had this problem when I was in high school. I didn't figure this out until my senior year. All right, when he started to put pressure on me, I could drive by anyone I knew, but a lot of times your coach wants you to run an offense. All right, and to run an offense, sometimes you can't just drive by your person every time right away, even though that's what I want us to do. All right, say we happen to have a screen coming. Someone's going to come set a screen on him for me. All right, I can't just run by my man just because he's playing pressure on me. And what you got to do instead of facing him up like this is you just do a backwards dribble. All right, if I do a backwards dribble, I've got 5 seconds like this. I can be on him right here. And actually, if he comes out on me, I can sort of push him down like that. All right, and then go back and create space if I need to. So I can run a play like this. If they're going to set a screen for me on this side, I can do it. So that's what everyone needs to have in their arsenal, the backwards dribble, all right? All right? All right, if you watch the best basketball players, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, all right. What you'll see is when they dribble, they've got a little bounce to them, all right? And Kobe really does this, he exaggerates it. He sort of has a bounce, and it's sort of like a rhythm, all right? And on each of those bounces, he's ready to attack you any way he can think of in his head, all right? So he sort of, all right? And on each one of those bounces, you should be ready to cross over, do a fake, behind the back, all right? You can do anything. And that's one of the things you want to build in your arsenal. Sort of your pounce, you got your knees ready, you're ready to attack whatever the defender gives you, all right? So I'm gonna break his ankles, and the way you do that is with those bounces. All right, point guards of any kind, you never pick up your dribble, all right? What I mean by that is you always keep it going. Say if I'm driving and he cuts me off, amateurs, players that have just started, they're going to pick up their dribble, and then they're dead because they double team, they can't go anywhere. You got to keep that dribble. So what I mean is if I'm going to the corner here, he cuts me off. A lot of bad players, they'll pick it up right here, they'll get nervous. No, what you do is you keep it going, pull it right back out, all right? So if I'm going, he picks, I'll pull it out. So always keep your dribble going. All right, next, point guards, everyone should be able to pass with one hand off the dribble. All right, so what that means is if I'm dribbling, I shouldn't have to always pick it up and pass with 2 hands like that. All right, here's what I mean. I mean, if I can go like this and pass right there. That creates a whole lot more space, it's quicker. All right, it's more of a surprise to the defense. All right, I want my point guards, I'm going to go to this side, everyone to be able to do that with both hands off of the dribble. That means if I'm dribbling, I'm ready, I'm passing right there. It's just that quick. All right, that's good. All right, same thing. If I get the pass from this side, I want to catch it in triple threat. All right, if I catch it from this side and you got defenders right on you, you got to either sweep the ball low, right on the ground, all right? That way they can't steal it. You sweep it low and then pass it to him. Or if I catch it from this side, see if I get a pass over here, I go to the ball, So I go to it, or you go high. See, you either go high, above the defense, or low. Sweep it low. You never go across. So I'm going to sweep it high, and you got to be able to make a left-handed pass. All right, if I make a right-handed pass, they're going to steal it. All right? That's good. All right, next, anytime you have the ball, you got to be ready to attack. So when I'm ready, I catch it, ready to attack. So the moment my defender messes up or he's out of position, I'm scoring 2 points. I'm attacking. So, all right, again, if they've got a 2-on-1 coming and I'm the defender, I want to fake to take the charge and then go for the steal, or fake to go for the steal and take the charge. And here's what I mean. Y'all go full speed. Try to score. That was a good play on them. I faked to take the steal, and then I went for the charge, but he was passing, so I didn't read that right. But we're always going to be aggressive. We're either going for the steal or going for the charge. They're supposed to score if they got 2-on-1, but we're going to go for the momentum changer. All right, go ahead. All right, and see, I got a rebound right there. But what we're not going to do is foul. All right, you don't foul. All right, let's try it here. We're gone. All right. Next thing, you sort of stay right here. I just want to start up here. Next thing, if I know I got another helper coming down real quick, I can attack the dribbler. And what I mean by that is to make them pick up the dribbler. You want to start with it? You just start dribbling. See how I pushed him out? If you attack him, that ruins the fast break. But you can only do that if you know someone else has got to help. All right, there's a dribble called a skip hop. And this is when you need to get over the defenders. They're closing in on you. And all it is you dribble and you jump at the same time. All right, here it is. So, and then I'm ready for a shot right there. All right? Try that again. All right, great move. Everyone has to have that in your arsenal. All right, what you got to do sometimes when you drive into the paint, especially if you're a point guard, you're going to have a big man coming at you, sky high. You got to shoot a floater over his head. And all that is, say if I drive by, you'll be right here. I drive by the first row of defense, so I'm coming, but I got this big man coming at me. I can't just take a regular shot. You got to you lob it, and it's almost straight up in the air. All right, so I come at him. Just a little lob right there over his head because he's coming at you full speed. All right? And obviously, if he's really close, if I come around, I'll just do a head fake and then jump into him with a foul. All right? Let's do that one more time. All right? I can even take the defense, do a floater. That's good. All right, playing defense. You want to slide with the ball. All right, so if I'm guarding, and a trick to this is when I'm sliding, I don't slide like this with my feet pointed up. Where I slide, I angle my toe. I point my toe to where I want him to go. All right, so we're going to go slow. I'm going to point my toe this way, and I'm going to be sliding like this. The reason why I point my toe is because when he tries to do a speed dribble by me, if I've got my toe pointed, I'll be able to quickly run and catch him again. All right? The thing is, if I don't have it pointed, I got to run over that knee right there. It's just a little awkward. It'll save you half a second. All right? So I'm going to be pointed. And then see, if he speed dribbles, I'll be able to reverse quick and run, catch him. All right. That's good. Tilt it up. All right, what you do is when you're on defense, we don't want to reach and get a foul on us. We want to have quick feet. You got to be moving your feet quick. All right, I'm moving my feet, and I'm playing defense with my feet instead of reaching in. All right, so I'm not doing this. I'm not reaching. They're going to gonna call a foul on you, even if you get balls sometimes. All right, so you gotta have quick feet. So I have quick feet, and I'm pointing my toe. All right, and notice how I'm low. I'm bending low at the. My back is straight. I'm not hunched over like this. My back is straight, and I don't have my legs like this either. All right, you bend your knees, sort of like you're sitting on a chair. All right, so I bend my knees. I got my head up, and I'm playing defense. All right. All right, next, when we're shooting free throws, it doesn't matter if it's our team or their team shooting free throws. I want one of my point guards, one of the guards, we're not going to be back here. We're actually going to go for the rebound. All right, so just like there, right here, and they wait for the ball to hit the rim before they can go in. All right, and when it's going, you want to shoot it. You can have your foot over the line almost, as long as you don't touch the ground until the ball hits the rim. You're okay. It's the same way for back here. Go ahead. So I'm here, and what we're going to do is whatever side you're on, you're just going to jet down. You're trying to get this long rebound right here. All right? I was a point guard in high school, and I led my team in rebounding. So, and that's one of the easy tricks. All right. All right, we got to play. When one of us is shooting, if our team, say we're all on the same team right here, if we're shooting the free throw, we got an offensive rebound play. And all this is if I'm the point guard, if I'm on this side or this side, that determines the play. All right, so if I'm on this side, that means I'm going to head in straight right there when the ball hits the rim. So I'm heading right down to that block. All right, knowing this, my teammate here, when he rebounds, he's going to have a rebounder right here boxing him out. All right? Since he knows that I'm up here, I'm going to be getting backside, he's going to go to the middle right here. He's going to go right here to the middle trying to get this rebound. All right? So I'm going to be going in right there. He's going to be beating his man. Like, he's going to go to the middle where he can't block him out. All right? And of course, this man over here, knowing that he's got the middle, you're going to fake this way and go over here. And a lot of times you can do a reverse pivot. They're going to try to box you out. And if I'm here, all you got to do is spin off and you're right there. So even on the offensive bounds, we're going to have a guy there, there, and there ready for the rebound. All right, so let's do it full speed. Wait till it hits the rim. See how we got someone in the middle, that side, and right here. That's good. All right, now we're going to go set a screen. Jordan and I are on the same team. He's going to come set a screen on me. So my man is right here. You want to start up there, just sort of 50% come down. All right, so as he's coming, I have to set my man up. All right, so to set my man, he's guarding me. We're pretending the ball's right there. I got to fake like I'm going this way, and he's coming to set a screen. All right, first thing, I got to rub shoulders with my screener. All right, that way he can't get around. If this guy, if he tries to follow around, what we do is roll. All right, so if he screens and he's trying to come around, I'm going to pull him because he's rolling, and I'm open for the shot right here. All right, and if his man covers me, then after he sets that screen, he pivots on this guy. It's called a pick and roll. So that's the first option when he tries to follow you around and roll. Second option. All right, come back and set a screen. Second option is he's going to try to cheat. He knows that screen's coming, so he's going to try to cheat around this front side up here. Alright, so I'm going to fake, and he's going to start cheating, and we set the screen right here. We want to set the screens a little high, like right here for the second block. Alright, so get ready. I'm going to fake. If he cheats right there, we go back door for the shot. Now let's do it full speed. Alright, you want to start up here? Alright, so I'm going to fake, back door, right there. See, the moment I know he's cheating right there. Alright, say he's not cheating, but he's just sort of, he is trying to go over this way. thing called a flare cut. And all that is you come set a screen, he tries to go over the top. Alright? And what I do, I push my man. I push my man and go back. That's going to let him know when I push him. Alright, you want to be me for a second? Alright, he pushes me. That's going to make my foot go this way. Alright? So I'm going to screen right here. That way, that shot will be open. I don't want to be right here because he can go around me. When he pushes me, I'm going to move my foot right there. I know that it's a flare cut. Alright? And that's good. Cam. Alright. So we're going to go full speed now. You're guarding. Alright, ready? So he's coming to set a screen for me. Fake. See how he posted him up right there? That's what we got to do. I'm going to try to really cheat. Here. He's going to be offense this time. What do I mean by cheat? Alright, I'm defense. Alright, come on. I mean, cheating like that. So I'm really cheating knowing that they're going to set that screen and he goes back door. Shots open right there. Right? Yeah, and flare, and you try to go around the top of the screen. I'm going to fake, I'm going to push it. And I'm open right here for the shot. That's great, man. All right, the goal of any point guard, and basically our offense, is we want to make two people guard you. All right, if two people guard you, somebody's got to be open. All right, if two people don't guard you, then you're going to score. All right, so first thing, if I'm on, you want to come up on me. If I drive by my defender, I do a little fake, I drive by, bam, I got two people on me, I'm going to hit the open man for the shot. That's all an offense is. You just make two people guard you, somebody's open. Hit them for a shot. All right, so I'm coming. See, his man is going to be open, whoever was there. That's an offense. All right, guys. One great dribble you can do, even if you've got a defender on you, I'm talking about point guards full court, is if you hunch over. All right, and what I'm talking about is being hunched over and have your arm out. All right, and you can dribble like that and just progress your way up the court. Alright, they can't get in there as long as you're hunched over it and you're dribbling back here. Alright? If they go for the steal, bam, that's the moment you go around them. Alright? Alright, what you got to do as a ball handler is you always have to have your head up. You never look down at the ball. Alright? And what's going on through my mind the whole time I'm dribbling the ball, I'm organizing the play, is our ultimate goal, which is to put the ball through the rim. Alright? Nothing else before that, it really matters unless the ball goes to the rim. So I'm going to have that in the back of my mind the whole time. Whatever we got to do in order to get this ball through that rim. Okay, next is the move called the crab dribble. And this move is for when we were outside of the 4 or 5 foot line away from the basket, outside this arc. So say if we're out here, 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 here. Alright, this move is great for getting into the block. We want to be right there or right there. Those are the perfect positions to be. Alright, if we're there, we're either scoring or we're going to get fouled. So that's the goal. And here's how you do it. All right. So if the basket is there and I'm here, all right. If I get a pass, all the crab dribble is I with both hands I dribble like that, and as I do that, I'm hopping. I'm gaining the distance. I'm going where I want to do and where I want to be in that hop. So if I get the ball, hop, and I'm right under the goal for that shot. Head fake, go up strong. All right. Point guards. All right. Like I said before, you have to have your heads up. And the biggest thing for a point guard is the ability to anticipate. All right, you got to anticipate when your players are going to be open. You got to know when the defense is out of position, and you got to know that before they get out of position. All right. The reason is when you're dribbling, when you got your head up, you got a defender right on you, and you're at a little disadvantage when you're dribbling because you can't do a head fake and then bounce pass like everyone else can. All right, I want my point guards to be able to pass off the dribble. And the way you're going to have to do that is anticipation. And when you can anticipate someone being open, then you can give them a no-look pass. But if you have to be constantly looking at them, and if you don't read it until the last second, you won't be able to do that. So if I know I'm going to get a screen down there, they're going to be open, I'm dribbling, I'll be able to hit a no-look pass in there, get by my defender, and score. All right, next, when we're in a zone press, like say we're in a diamond press, we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5 is our safety. All right, a lot of times I see the mistake of players not playing someone in their area. All right, they'll be in this press, but say if the offense lines up like so, and they have this person right there, and they got their last 2 people back. All right, a lot of times right here, our players don't realize this, and this is key. Even though we're in a zone, a 1, 2, 1, 1 diamond press, all right, you still have to guard a person in your area. So like this 3-man, we're going to have to back up a little bit. So we need to be right here is where the 3 person needs to be. All right, and that means that the 4 and the 5 needs to back up a little bit. See this man right there, that means the 2-man needs to back up and the 4 with him. And of course the 5 is the safety. You can't have anybody behind you. You got to be splitting these 2 people. All right. So even though we're in a zone, you guard someone in that zone. All right, and especially on this press right here, we want to trap the ball handler when he or she dribbles to the left. So if he dribbles there, we got our 3 coming to trap and our 1's trapping. All right, and then that means the 4 has got to come and look for that steal, and that X will probably be going up. So we're going to get the steal there or where the 2 is. All right, the goal of defense is to make the other team frustrated. All right, you frustrate them, make them do stuff they don't want to do, make them uncomfortable, get them nervous. All right, it's not to reach. You never want to reach for. That's when the refs call fouls. All right, you play defense with your feet. All right, once we get the opponents frustrated, that's going to lead to turnovers, and that's going to lead to 2 points for us on layups. All right, so basically, the whole point of defense, or the best defenders, they think in their head, I'm going to be in perfect defensive position. All right, so I'm going to have my knees bent, my head up, and if my guy I'm guarding is dribbling, I'm going to have my eyes on his belly so he can't juke me out. All right, so I'm going to be in perfect defensive position, and the mindset is you let them make the first move. All right, and you react to it. So whatever they do, I'm going to react. All right, a lot of times defenders mess up is they get nervous and they start falling for every little juke, or like a little pass fake. They'll go way over here and then they're going by. All right, that's easy. All right, and that's what, if you'll see the pros, they'll try to get those. They'll be juking all the time. They're trying to see, are they going to fall for my fakes or not, or are they really going to play me? All right, and that's what you got to do. You're in perfect defense. You let them make the first move and you react. All right, that's the key to defense. All Alright, quick note here. I expect every player to be able to swish layups off the backboard. And one big key to that is you got to focus the whole time. And you pick your target point. When you're shooting layups, you're going to focus on the top right corner, if I'm going the right hand, just under it. That's where I want to focus the whole time, and I'm just going to lay it off that point right there, and it's going to be a swish. Alright, and the same thing for the other side. You're looking to hit those targets once you do, and it's going to take practice to see how fast you can move in and how soft you lay it off the board. But I expect it to go perfectly, swish in the basket without touching the rim. Alright, when the time is running off the clock and we're on defense and we got a foul, say we're down by 2, they have the ball. Alright, the signal for the foul is like that. Alright, that means we don't do an overly blatant foul where it's going to be an intentional. You got to be going for the basketball. So if they've got the ball, you got to be acting like you're getting a steal. Alright, and first we actually do go for the steal. Like if they're passing the ball in, we're denying, we're trying to get that steal at all costs. And while we're trying to get that steal, if we don't get it, you want to foul them at the same time so they'll go to the free throw line and we can get the ball back when they miss their free throws. Alright, when we're on offense, the clock is running down at the end of a quarter. We want to set up our play. We always want the last shot, generally. Alright, and this rule is thrown out of the books. If they give you an open layup or an open shot, you take it. Alright, and that if I say like one shot, say there's 17 seconds on the clock, and they give you a wide open shot, you don't pull it out, you take that shot, and we'll go from there. We'll take a wide open shot any day. Alright? But normally they're going to play straight up defense with you. Alright? What you got to do is wait till there's 9 or 8 seconds left. So 8 to 10 seconds is when I want you to start your play. And that means we'll get a shot off with 5, 6, 7 seconds, and that's perfect. So we'll have a chance for a rebound, and even if they get a rebound, in worst case scenario, it's a long rebound. It still takes at least 4 seconds to run all the way to the whole other side of the court, and they got to get off a shot in that time. So that's perfect. That gives us plenty of time. If we miss the shot, we're going to get the rebound, and we're going to have time to go back up and score before the buzzer. So with about 8, 9, or 10 seconds, that's when we want to start our play. Alright? And we want to get a shot off with about 5 seconds to go.